Breaking news this midday. We already knew that the Indianapolis 500 would move forward in August after being delayed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But we now know the race will not be run in front of a full house at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Just moments ago, IMS released this statement about the race. Speedway President Doug Bowles says they will limit attendance at the 500 this year to approximately 50% of capacity at IMS. Bowles also says they are still working to finalize a number of other health and safety measures with details to come in the coming weeks. We already knew that the races being held at the track on the 4th of July weekend would be run without fans. Those races include the IndyCar Grand Prix race and NASCAR's Brickyard 400. We have more on this developing story right now on our website. Just go to theindychannel.com. And the news of the Indy 500 comes as the same day that the state reported fewer than 10 deaths from COVID-19 for the third consecutive day. The latest numbers from the state health department show that 9 new deaths were reported. That's the same number reported on Wednesday and Thursday. 510 new coronavirus cases were also reported. Also, the number of people being treated for COVID-19 in hospitals around the state is now below 700 for the first time since the pandemic began. Well, new this midday, a Madison County court employee is in trouble for an alleged use of a racial slur towards a deputy prosecutor, and a judge is also facing criticism for his handling of the controversy. Only on RTV6, our Rafael Sanchez has the story.
A court employee in the town of Edgewood is drawing criticism from the Madison County prosecutor for allegedly making a vulgar and racially insensitive comment towards a Madison County deputy prosecutor who happens to be black. The employee allegedly called the deputy prosecutor an effing N being the racially charged word. Prosecutor Cummings says he reached out to the employee's boss, Judge Scott Norick, who runs the town court in Edgewood, asking him to address the matter. Cummings says his request was met with inaction. So in response, he's moving forward by filing all traffic cases and misdemeanor cases away from the Edgewood town court and moving all of those cases to other courts in Madison County, like in Anderson, Elwood, and Pendleton.
And that was Rafael Sanchez with that report. Rafael also spoke with Judge Norick, who is accused of not taking action against that court employee. Norick says any suggestion that he's not looking into this is, quote, ridiculous and preposterous. Rafael also found out that the deputy prosecutor who was the target of this alleged slur is Rosemary Corey. She was recently named the special prosecutor in the police shooting death of Drajon Reed here in Marion County. Now, moments ago, we did receive a statement from the deputy prosecutor. She says, quote, I was very shocked and hurt by the racial slur and the ease in which it was said, but heartened that my co-worker spoke up. This shows great courage on her part because she didn't have to. She could have kept quiet. I applaud her. My message to others is to have the courage to speak up in the face of potential criticism and pushback like my co-worker did, end quote. We'll have more on that story coming up and on the RTV6 app throughout the day. But now we want to take a turn to our forecast. Todd Clausen is standing by from home at this hour. And Todd, we know things are taking a turn today after 2 really nice days. I just talked to my mom. She said it's getting a little dark down there in Greenwood. So what can people expect for their lunch hour?
Yeah, you know, we told you this morning that rain showers move in, last till just after the noon hour as the warm front worked through. And that's exactly how it's playing out. We've had some heavy downpours, no severe weather, a little bit of lightning. And as you look at Storm Team 6 radar, you can see these showers and a few heavier downpours streaming through. We'll go over to live Storm Team 6 radar and give you a little bit of a closer look. There's a downpour on the south side of Indy, another one near Pendleton, just north of Greenfield, another one crossing the county line from Shelby into Rushville, and then a few spotty showers here as you work your way from Lebanon up over towards the Tipton area, and a heavier downpour near Delphi, and then a few more off to the west. So all these showers and downpours are moving right along this warm front that is moving to the north. So the storms are kind of riding right along that warm front as it's acting as a roadway. But as this warm front pushes to the north, it should take the showers out of the equation for most of central Indiana this afternoon and get us into some hazy sunshine. And most of the afternoon hours should be dry, but that cold front off to our west, that comes through late tonight and is the player in the forecast for tomorrow. So again, hit or miss shower for the next hour or two, and then they should diminish across the area only for additional storms thunderstorms to flare up late tonight. 70s and 80s where the sun is shining. 84 already in Terre Haute where it's rain cooled. You'll recover with sunshine into the mid to upper 80s here this afternoon as well. Some of you touch 90 degrees with the higher humidity levels as well as it turns a little more uncomfortable. Saturday's not a washout, but some of you will see numerous showers and thunderstorms. More on that coming up in just a few minutes. Lauren.
Todd, thank you. We do have another major road closure in Indy. It's underway right now. I-70 westbound from the South Split downtown to the Ronald Reagan Parkway on the west side is closed. That full closure went into effect early this morning and it's scheduled to last a month until late July. Crews are doing some concrete patching, working on bridge joints and bridge decks. So here's another look at the closure from our traffic maps. Westbound I-70 between the South Split and Ronald Reagan Parkway, you see it highlighted there in red. That includes the ramp systems. Those are closed. So taking a look at your best detour from downtown trying to get to the west side, they do want you to take I-65 southbound to 465 westbound. From there, you can take the Ronald Reagan collector lanes if you need to get to the airport, or you can continue northbound on I-465 to then reach I-70 west. We'll keep you updated on that project. New this midday, Metro Police say the city's latest homicide happened on the east side of the city overnight. Officers were called in just before 1:30 this morning to North Kenyon and East 21st Streets. There they found a man with gunshot wounds. The victim later died at Eskenazi Hospital. So far, no information on a possible suspect has been released. New this midday, the ACLU of Indiana is suing another city over the use of tear gas and other chemicals by police on protesters. The ACLU says the Fort Wayne Police Department violated the constitutional rights of demonstrators when it used chemical irritants to disperse protesters in late May and early June. The federal lawsuit is similar to the one the ACLU filed against the city of Indianapolis just last week. The artwork may be temporary, but it's sending a strong message while it's here. Next, how this artist is turning boarded up windows downtown into a call for action. Todd.
And Lauren, we're dealing with a few showers and thunderstorms at this noon hour streaming across central Indiana, all along the warm front that continues to surge to the north. These showers should move out within the next hour or two. Then we get into some hazy sunshine, but the weekend forecast includes additional storms. We'll talk all about it coming up when the news at noon continues right here on RTV6.
Slur's greatest seasons, new ABC Monday.
Welcome back. Murals like this are becoming a common sight in downtown Indianapolis. The boards covering windows that were damaged by rioters that broke away from the peaceful protests now carry this message. That painting was the first piece to be displayed publicly by the artist, but as our Cameron Riddle tells us, he brings decades of wisdom to his work.
In downtown Indianapolis, the wood boards covering the windows of dozens of downtown businesses are here to stay, at least for a while. Terry K. Wilson is among the artists beautifying downtown with hand-painted murals. The artwork created by Wilson is a sign of the times.
It's a sorry thing, actually, but I wanted to pay homage to these young men that have lost their life over little or nothing, as you see.
This work is a milestone worth celebrating for an artist who never had his work displayed in his own hometown. The paintings of Trayvon Martin and George Floyd are actually Wilson's first creations to be commissioned for display in Indianapolis. But the message in the window is nothing to smile about.
No, it's not anything to smile about. Actually, it's a message in each one. I'm sending out a message that just because we're walking down the street doesn't mean we're trying to rob some place or kill anybody. That's the message I'm trying to do, and make it so it's safe for young black men to walk down the street without being in fear of their life.
At 62 years old, this artist is using his talents to amplify the call for change while pointing out that the issues he's seeing at 62 are the same issues he witnessed at 26.
I don't see a big change in that 62 years. I don't see a big change, and I went through plenty of situations that these men have gone through and got out by the skin of my teeth. So I know the experience and I know the fear, so I don't see a change in the near future.
In Indianapolis, Cameron Riddle, RTV6.
Painting is Wilson's full-time job. His artwork is available for sale online as well. He says over the next few days, he'll be painting more murals throughout the city, including one of Dre'Jon Reed, who was shot and killed by an IMPD officer during that chase last month. Today is special for many couples here in Indiana and across the country. Next, to look back at the event that changed their lives and changed the country forever. And let's take a look outside right now, a live look from our tower camera, and I think you can see a few raindrops out there. Todd Clausen is breaking down the changes we can expect as we head into the afternoon and the weekend. That's coming up on the news at noon. After the break, stay with us.
Easy, even Petey can do it.
A lunchtime rally in support of the U.S. Supreme Court decision draws cheers and tears.
It's a thrill to think that in 50 states, it doesn't matter now where we go, it's absolutely legal, and, we're just ecstatic.
Well, that celebration in downtown Indianapolis was exactly 5 years ago today. It was the day the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that states could not bar same-sex couples from getting married. The same-sex marriage had actually been legal in Indiana since October of 2014. That's when the Supreme Court refused to hear an appeal of a lower court ruling in favor of several gay couples in the state. Well, baseball season is still up in the air as far as major leagues are concerned, but one baseball team is pushing forward with its season, and it's one we featured here on RTV6 before. They're known across the country for their marketing, and this season they're inviting everyone to dive into the ball game with them. Well, the Bananas' latest promo video is Banana Watch, complete with the old theme song to Baywatch, starring, of course, the manager and the players for the Summer College League team, the Savannah Bananas. Big fans. Love that name, Todd. I'm hoping that we have baseball sometime soon. I really miss watching games, especially the Cubs. It's just been really sad not having that. So,
they need the. They're just missing the red shorts and bathing suits there. But
I like the yellow.
The Bananas. You wear yellow ones if you're the Bananas. I guess. So they are pretty creative. I like that. And all right, yeah, you're right, Lauren. We go throughout the course of the week here. You're going to probably want your bathing suit because it's going to be warm to get into some pools and lakes, but you're going to have to also dodge some showers and storms. Take a look outside right now, and this is what we're dealing with from downtown to the north. There's a little bit of cloud cover out there. There's some storms. I'll quickly hit the temperatures for you, and then we'll get into the storm chances for today and tomorrow. 70s and 80s currently across the area. And I'm still on track, I think, to see high temperatures around 90 degrees, because what's going to happen as soon as these storms that are moving through right now move out and we get into the hazy sunshine, temperatures are going to jump very, very quickly across the area. However, some of you seen some heavy downpours, had a brief one in downtown Indianapolis, some rain just north of I-70 there in Hancock County. Rushville seeing some rain, Greenwood right now as well. To the east, a heavy downpour as you work your way south of Winchester there, and then south of Burlington over towards Tipton. So you get the idea here. Everything is very, very spotty, and they're all moving right along the warm front. That's why right now the trajectory of these storms are moving off towards the south and east. But what's going to happen is this warm front is actually going to start to push to the north. As that happens, it's going to push most of the shower activity later on this afternoon to the north. And you notice we have the clearing skies already back off to our west. That's why Terre Haute's almost 85 degrees right now, because they're in the sunshine. As soon as you get into that sunshine, the temperatures will really start to warm very, very quickly. But there's also a cold front back here, and that's what's going to come through late tonight and into the day tomorrow. So as far as the storm potential, I'm really not expecting much in the way of severe weather across central Indiana. The main threat of severe weather today, Chicago to Kalamazoo, does clip northern Indiana because, again, that's where the warm front is going to set up shop. As far as our storm chances, anything out there right now really diminishes this afternoon. And then we probably don't deal with any storms storms until after midnight for the most part. That's when the cold front starts to drop down to the south. And the whole key to tomorrow's forecast is where is that front during the peak heating of the day. Wherever that front sets up is going to be where the storms are the most numerous. So some of you tomorrow will see some very, very heavy rainfall, while others of you probably will remain dry. At some point, though, I do think you are going to get wet during the day on Saturday, no matter where you are across central Indiana. Some of you will just see multiple rounds of showers and storms, while some of you may have one or two. Storm chances stay in the forecast through Wednesday of next week. So my advice is, at this point, I wouldn't cancel your plans tomorrow, but just know you have to alter them a little bit here and there as these storms make their way through the area. The timing with the weekend, not great, Lauren, but honestly, we do need the rain, and the severe threat tomorrow, even with these thunderstorms, is going to remain fairly low.
All right, Todd, thank you so much. We know a lot of summer activities that would normally be happening right now aren't always an option, like concerts or sporting events. Those are still on pause as the pandemic continues. So you may be thinking about trying out some different hobbies or looking into different forms of entertainment. So our Brad Brown takes us to a local shop that helps customers light that creative fire.
Right now, we could all use a moment of serenity. At Penn & Beach, you can find a little bit of your own comfort, one wick at a time.
It's memory and making your space comfortable, ambient lighting. It's warm, it's cozy.
Brianna Doles opened her shop near the corner of College Avenue and Mass Ave a couple years ago. It all started as a hobby, making candles at home.
Some of my friends were even coming down in the basement and customizing their own scented candles. And we started out with 10 oils. Now we're up to, 100, 120.
Penn & Beach features a pour-your-own candle experience. Each guest gets to customize their fragrance, choosing from more than 100 scents.
Scent is a lot of memory. So they'll be like, I want to make mom's favorite perfume, or I was at this hotel in Chicago and I want to make it smell just like that. That's their favorite part.
A variety of shapes and sizes of candles are available. A fresh pour of soy-based wax sets up in a couple of hours. Penn & Beach also offers more than 100 pre-made options. The shops were closed for about 8 weeks this spring, but Brianna says customer demand remains strong.
The community support was amazing. We were having about 20 to 30 orders a day. So we were in the shop fulfilling 2, 3, 4 days a week. That kept us afloat.
And each flicker of the flame can bring a little peace during challenging times.
We had a lot of custom notes on our online orders saying, this is getting me through quarantine. I've learned that when I sit down at the office, I need to create a new space. So they'll light up a candle and it takes them out of their home into a new environment.
Working for you, Brad Brown, RTV6.
Brad, thank you. Well, along with their Mass Ave location, Penn & Beach have opened another shop located in Carmel's Midtown Plaza. That's right along the Monon Trail. Penn & Beach is open Tuesday through Sunday. To make a reservation or place an order, you can just visit their website. Still ahead here on the news at noon, their medical residency is coming to an end, but they hope their musical career is only beginning. That story, and we'll get one final check of your forecast coming up. You're watching RTV6.
And Keller, right now.
God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Well, you may have seen that special performance at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway last month, but the singing surgeons are saying farewell, at least for now. Dr. Elvis Francois and Dr. William Robinson were doing their residency at the Mayo Clinic up in Minnesota, and they initially started performing together as a way to help their patients, but now their residencies are over. This week, they performed a farewell concert at a Minneapolis bar, and even though they're going their separate ways, the doctors say they hope to continue making music together down the road. I think, Todd, we all hope they continue making music together, because a perfect duo there for the times that we're in right now.
And I loved hearing them sing there at IMS there. What would have been the 500 Memorial Day weekend. But we'll look ahead here to August with that reduced capacity. We're dealing with some storms here this afternoon. They're pretty spotty. These should all start to come to an end pretty quickly. And then we get into a lot of hazy sunshine this afternoon. As soon as you see that sunshine, temperatures jump up to right around 90 this afternoon. Better storm chances over the course of the weekend. Not expecting severe weather, but lightning and some real heavy rain to fall at times. A possibility, Lauren, especially during the day tomorrow.
All right, Todd, thank you. And thank you for joining us and making RTV6 your choice for news. Have a great weekend.